A very good morning, ka. Yeah. No, but kang ba.
Morning.
We'll try to learn new things, ka. How to approach today. Kung se tar ba. How we are, ma'am? Can we start?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Basically today what we are going to deal with is simple interest and compound interest. We'll try to approach the problems of simple interest and compound interest in a different way. Different way, I say, it's not that I'm going to introduce you something very new, but you may be knowing it earlier, since we all know unitary method ka ratio proportion unitary method khangba toin khangidra. I mean, see, if let's say 5 mangoes, the basic buildup of maths is from here, unitary method, ratio proportion method. So everything starts from here. So if 5 mangoes goes rupees, let's say 150, how much would, let's say, 20 mango cost? So this is the price. So if 5 mangoes can be bought for rupees 150, how much money can 20 mangoes be bought? So basically I have to understand here that for 5 to become 20, compound interest, simple interest, but see, understanding you have because this is where we are going to start, and this is where the new approach will come in. And why I'm introducing this new approach is because it makes the problem much simple to solve, and you'll be very quick. Yam thuno hot pa yarakkadoiba, yam line as hot pa yarakkadoiba, adusu formula yaudabida. So what we are trying to do is we are going to throw away all the formulas as much as we can and try to bring in a simple method which can solve all the problems. The problem with formulas is if you are given a complex problem, if they twist the problem here and there, kitang thaidok thaijin tawba kanda formula pan ba yaraktaba matang lakpa, formula panjalur kanda na complex way thokraga solve tawba ngamoidaba manba. So sometimes you might feel like that the problem may become more difficult by using the formula. So we'll demonstrate as the class progresses, we'll demonstrate how things can be approached in a very simple way. It's not a rocket science, it's a very simple thing, but you have to understand this. So see, simple understanding everything can be solved very easily. So 5 not 20. If 5 has to become 20, I have to multiply with what? 4. Is this fine? If 5 has to become 20, I have to multiply here with 4. Ratio ki concept ni ko unitary method to whole as 1 mango ki puthoga. If you find out for 1 mango, then you can find out for 20 mango. You can approach like that, but a quicker method, ratio the whole is same ni ko process. 5 to become 20, you have to multiply here with 4. So similarly, I have to multiply here with 4. So what does this become? It becomes 600. Is this understood or not? Kitang gyan tayo itade.
Yes, sir.
I need some response. So it's very simple. Nothing much to explain here. So if you understand this, then we can very well start with simple interest, and I'll show you compound interest as well. Ani ko topic ani se compound interest hapsali se simple interest masamakta we can take up a whole class, but I want to show you this. So we are going to do this and in the same class. So compound interest so compound interest will feel like much more easier compared to even simple interest. Simple interest na light in so compound interest la magi partula will show you how to approach in a very simple and very easy and a very quick method. But now simple interest basic tagi formula ngasai de hek ho da hai formula irrigation aroi formula irrigation aroi and friend adum ulake formula na solve to ba yaraktaba formula sinar kan the hena complex oishalakpagi maram Anyway, so now please akoigi class ka mari lainadragadi kitang mute thambiu please mute class ka mari lainadragadi mute thambiu. If you have any question, any doubt, kitang clear with the partner gadi at any point of time tai bapot to the kai gyan ta dagi do dum hambiru ko. You are very much welcome to ask. This has to be a two-way interaction ko. Learning is a two-way interaction. No in a country do kai no kai the confused you know do aina khang da taragadi at the end of the class you remain confused. So a person who asks a question may be a fool for a few seconds, but he'll become wiser. So ask, feel free to ask topic any doubt so please ask, feel free to ask. Now let's take up an example. Let's say rate of interest. So we are going to deal with simple interest first. Simple interest compound interest among laksi, but simple interest ihan. Typical prekhada yamna toin hangba yamna luin na sukhan ba yam line hot pe yawo ka mong do utcheba interest rate of interest I can represent it with r ka a rate of interest say 4% ne hai gyo yeah ka just understanding rate of interest a particular sum a particular amount is being lent puthok kreva lupa 4%. Let's make this as per annum. But banking interest rate not simple interest what pay 4% in higher and let the principal be ₹100. Basic tagi horise aduga kyam bill up to way age do once nangi basic to gyan ta kar matung da kyam na bill up to way age do niko uttoi se. So if the rate of interest is 4%, the amount natraga sum aina lend out to sum the ₹100 oita argadi. Let's say so this is the principal. The principal here remains 100. Amount for the first year high koi natraga simple interest higher amount for the or let's make this as simple interest for the first year. I'm going to show you something simple interest for 2-year high. Similarly, simple interest for 3 years, simple interest for 4 years, simple interest for 5 years. Sige sida simple interest sing loy namang manani ko 4 sama waram nina 100 waram nina the interest of that particular 1 year first year 4 second year khatadugi ni ko hai se we are talking about the second year only so the interest for the second year only is 4 the interest for the third year will be 4 so similarly 4 but the accumulative hagadra sahi anida nangna phangdoi ba sendoi dudi handak second year duga the first year combined you get what 8 pattern nama udoi ni ko 8 third year subuda aina phangdoi ba sendoi se 12 because 4 plus 4 plus 4 I get 12 now fourth year is similarly 16 20 yeah I got this is about the particular year only second year the interest you get 4 I mean when the principal is ₹100 or kanani ko for sahi kuding gi loi mana doi ne ba so chamana masing che adum add up toroktra yeah ko can you see a pattern here 4 becomes 8 12 then 16 pattern na mo uraktra yeah rosibo pattern na mo ui ko can you see a pattern here you can say this as an arithmetic progression GP haigera 4 into 2 is equal to 8 4 into 3 is equal to 12 4 into 4 is equal to 16 4 into 5 is equal to 20 what is 2 the multiplier 2 do kaino the year multiplier do kaino see year ni so 4 ni year kabra you see a pattern here you see a pattern here see pattern je khangbiyo ka Yeah, bro, Sibo. Do you see a pattern here or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now, see pattern is compound interest the amount but compound interest we'll talk about it later. So see sima understanding sima later. Question la bukan the pusalake ko si siya. Huziki na understanding basic understanding sima later that every year the interest for that particular year remains the same. The cumulative natraga the total interest gets on accumulated cost. Sum hengalakani, so it goes in a arithmetic progression higher. So this is GP cost, geometric progression. The chat they have neither. Can hiram go question la kan the chapchano fort kaniko si but huziki na yung hiram. 6 is the 4 the gi 12 on bakanda. There you go. 4 the gi 12 on bakanda magi interest yung. Interest 4 dagi sahi amagi interest 4 neba so 12 on maganda sahi kya no 1 4 dagi sahi ani gi matung da ma se 12 hengalaktra 4 dagi 12 so sigi gap se 2 year lai ko 4 have a interest na 3 times on abu hona bakanda 2 year changeba adu itardi interest rent 36 sorry magi 3 into 3 see the into 3 toroga 36 when you want the total interest to be 36 or ye hai taragadi kaidoni 12 se sahi kya gi no sahi home gi natra into 3 amula kani ba yeah go just basic understanding huziki na si pattern je follow to way khangbiro yeah go sumaino holak pa yai have a mind just a simple hint nam pirame the question proper lak pakan da si je sinar chi ko yare ko si sima thamme ko ya bro ya da bro sigi pattern nama chale du dang khangbiro ko huziki na is this fine ai ko my proper question la kan da ai haige si sima yare muthalagi ko se
Yes, sir.
anam to respond to you
Yes, sir.
okay now
yes, sir.
pattern nama lay formula yauda with the pattern nama lay so there is a pattern even without using the formula you can solve have a concept to niga now another concept amaga yan tarada se question solve to either if the principal is rupees 500 the rate of interest is taman of dudum low a 4% low or let's say 5% lower so kitang different no inabo 5% means that when the principal is rupees 100 the interest for 1 year is rupees 500 so if the principal changes na side the 100 to utpani ko demonstrate to rini ko huziki say we are dealing with the basic right now please try to grasp as much as you can right now God. So if you grasp now you'll be able to solve very different varieties of problem using the same concept so principal say magi rate of interest say 5% ne has now what does it mean is when the principal is rupees 5 the interest for 1 year is rupees 500 now instead of changing the year if I change the principal to 500 or even 1000 yeah ko adu itari sidagi si change so paganda ay 5 na multiply to bra 100 becomes 500 means you are multiplying with 5 yeah ko so to find out the interest for 500 at 5% per annum you have to multiply with 5 here so it becomes 25 similarly if rate of interest is given as 5% per annum and if the principal is actually 1000 so I have to multiply here with 10 so similarly 5 10 na multiply down here so my interest for 1 year becomes 50 si concept si magyan tabra haino chamagi profit natraga maman hairone haino songagi maman natraga profit haino lishing amagi profit natraga mithai chamagi high 500 ki so it's that same method same unitary method to nigo apply to reset see I go if the principal changes so minor change or paganda I interest so proportionately same ratio the change or can have see understanding similarly is this fine with everyone
Yes, sir.
Sisima change line Hijama Kambiro, Nasagi interest Numa pattern Nama lay Hengalakpado, Hengale have the Kambiro. Now we'll come to the question. Formula Yao the Bihot Yanamnika, but the car later, Gabudi. I'm not the guy for the Gabudi Hot Kanika. Now, simple interest key formula PRT by 100. Why the key? Ningsang formula ni natra. Amount hierarchy principal plus simple interest ni natra. So this is the foundation of simple interest. Simple interest key foundation is she's not principal, she's not rate of interest. So this is the time or the year. This is the rate. This is the principal. So this is the formula. Masaya na uli doon na unitary method. But we are going to go around the problems using the unitary method. Si simati ay kem explain to niya liti ko. Ay na sandoki ba paisa duga sendoy pangi duga punsa lagay amount ta hai simati kem hai niya liti ko sida. Now let me write the question. Mangi question. Double. Do not kitang confused male. But anyway, see the question do e ko. So we'll pick from the basic one and a third question ko. Si ui ko. Kitang chakal 1 rupees 500 becomes rupees 625 at 5% per annum simple interest. Now find the time hierarchy. Question can you read the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. This is the simplest of the problem. Rekada samay ke jo hanga aro sigi juk loi kre. Rekada simple interest hanga ga twist or they are going to twist the question so that you cannot directly apply the formula adudane ko sa unitary method na nairakado se. This is where the unitary method will triumph or ratio method hagira it will triumph. Yam line is what pe aba. But concept se sidagi hana understand to sika. This is the simplest, one of the simplest problem, but try to understand from here. Saigi method. Nangi saigi, if you apply the formula, difference PRT by 100. There you go. Simple interest, the amount is given. So this is the amount. This is the principal. Boy, the in others here. So simple interest amount minus the principal na ikang idana. Yeah, go see that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't come again. 125 and now. So this is nothing amount minus principal do Nico see that. What is this? It's nothing but the amount minus principal. It's 125. The principal is 500. The rate of interest is 5. Rate of interest is 5 times in 100. You can find out like this. 5 na kaya 25 tare 5 na kaya 5 tare. So the time is 5 years since it is per annum. Approaching it through the unitary method or the ratio proportion method, difference. So this is the formula way of solving problem. When the problem becomes complex, it's going to be quite difficult to use this formula now. But now, conception. 500k simple interest 1 year is kya no? 105% per annum never rate of interest है. So it means that 1 year the man period interest है 5 never. So 500 की क्या था 25. Because here I multiplied with 5, so I have to here multiply with 5. So 1 year की the interest is 25. But the actual interest CD, sige anigi difference CD ay have the simple interest say simple interest, total interest, total interest, amount is 625 later, 500 later, so I get 125. Issue is 1 year interest at 25 ni. So if this total interest has to become 25, what do I multiply here with how issues? 25 na 125 what is the multiplier? 5 tayo. So this 5 will be the required time. Ida kakta nare dudu tong nare kikan dalos mind to na lotion ya have anida. Sigi kanar position problem complex or kaliga hen na kanar kiniba. Aiko sishima. Sigi concept se gyan tabre. Can you see what we are doing here? See the understanding ki damak to thammani ko first line today. The first line is rate to the rate of interest of 5% ne have any 5% do aduna mean to is rupees 5 set chahi magi interest ni rupees 100 oiba kanda principles na, but the actual principal is rupees 500. So the actual principal for, or the actual interest, the simple interest for 1 year will be 25 multiplier lakwa. So chahi magi aina phange adudi total the my total interest is 125. Adudi chahi kya gino hargadi I just have to find the multiplier. Chama na go process to rija. Sina formula sina ba sina logic ama sina pa kai logic ratio ki logic unitary method ki logic sina. Chahi amagi kolom amagi maman lupa 25. Adudi 125 rupees 125. Now how many pens can you buy? Have never. 25 rupees can buy 1 pen. So for rupees 125, how many pens can you buy? 5 never. The 5 to IDCD chahi dani na. 1 year interest 25 ni. So chahi ki age interest no 125 say hargadi 5 years ki because the multiplier is 5. Is this understood? Gyan ta ba ta ba?
Yes, sir.
Tai ko. Sida gyan ta da ni ngai kem yaw de da. Gyan ta da ba yaw ri ba? Gyan tai ko.
Tai sir.
Okay, okay, thank you. We'll continue. Problems is hen complex. Oishalege sigi methods na kyam lai halake kyam thuno hoda lake yawdo. See some tawle ge di pekha khan gi rega karwali. But if you can approach the problem through this compound interest na amuka hen lai rakhini ko. Compound interest na amuka hen lai rakhini and hangning bomong ga hangbukan da nang na khum doi ne loina ma. Compound interest na hen lai rakhini ko. Now, anyway, see mutha lage. Any doubt, any kitang gyan ta da bale ga di dum hangbiru ka kasyong kai de ai nga sai two-way interaction oigadam ni. Learning is a two-way process. Monotonous or di boring churakani atra noina participate origai no the curiosity hegalakdoi ni khangba helakdoi ni ko aina kenoma khangdawa ma ngasi khangi bhai se mi sum phammaga dumin laibda sum pangang ngang laibaduga yai ko moina khangning na hangakpa question do khumbi uduga khangning na hangpa question du di tunggoina long lasting memory oin lehodoi ni ko dugini interact obio hangbiu ko. Question number mathang second to haragika. Rupees 800 becomes rupees 920 haragin numbers. 920 in 3 years. If the rate of interest is increased by 3%, then what will be the new amount? Question je thầy rất lẹ rồi. Thầy có. BRT by 100 to hold lagadi, it's going to take quite a long time. PRT by 100 to hold lagadi kyamung yamna koithoke the first ai kedoni hambada magi actual rate of interest so hana puthokpa changoidro. Look at the question. Ngakhtang wakhan second amani ngakhtang khanbiyo ka question se second amani da question se ka is the rupees 800 sina the principal is rupees 800. The principal becomes 920, which is the amount. So this is the amount. So 800 becomes 920 in 3 years. So 3 years chahi hum da 920 only have 800 se 1 ka. Rate of interest se haiduk trineva. So the principal is given as 800, the amount is given as 920, the rate of interest is unknown. What is given is time is 3 years. Now the question asks us, see similarly initial my case 1 da. Second case the rate of interest khangdriba rate of interest see the 3% henga taragadi another amount. So the new amount say kai oiduino have never. This is the demand of the question. Is the question understood?
Yes, sir.
Rate of interest is going to increase. So if you increase the rate of interest by 3%, what will be the new amount have never? The traditional way of solving the problem, you would want to find through this PRT by 100 torani. Simple interest say amount minus principal do go. So kaidong noro kyantai 120. Here muk subtract to uttar share ko.
Yes, sir.
This is nothing. 920 minus 800 to go. So 120. The simple interest is 120. Gyanta go see 120 like that. See gyanta. Anyway, the principal is 800. The rate of interest is unknown AR masahapage. The time is 3 years, 100. Ying siko. Siko thanaro. 3 na kaya si 40 later si muthat karge ko. 40 later si na kaya kya tare 5 tai ko. So R is 5. R ki value 5 ni ko or R acho bahega. So the new amount say kai simple interest ani shubudo puthokpam change di rate of interest se kya tarni si ki si 5 hoi gi targadi rate of interest 1 harge rate of interest se 8% tar ba 5 plus 3. Okay, rate of interest is 5 plus 3, 8. Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
We got the rate of interest. The question hit God. She lonely never hamada. But I formula to guy ke dore 5 ne fange. Aduti rate of interest ano se kya tare 8 tare ka. So another rate of interest to sinarga PRT by 100 800 into 8 into time 3 see mo puthoni ikathanare 864 800 rate of interest si lairega. So 8 3s are 64 into 3 4 3s are 12 1 carries 6 3 18 192 tai go si sa. So this is the uri go sibo. So the new total interest is 192 tareba. Adu the amount se kya tare principal plus another interest. So 800 plus 192 992 taiga. So the answer is this now. This is what you would have done with the traditional method. This is what you would have done. Yam lengdi oidro. 5 sima muputhu 5 sida 3 yamu hapchal le the idea amuk simple interest anoba muputhu. So the same formula has been used twice. Is there anyone who didn't get this?
Yes, sir.
I got. The formula application, but now process we are going to change the pattern. I already know that the amount is 920. Hambagi first case so the 920 ne have the khang eba. Yeah, Holaka do say 3% never see the hingali. adui tardi aina simple interest 3% jigi simple interest hengali do kya no do puthodi. So increased interest to ai either si ai go prakada wording me am jai kaino 3% of 800 into 3 years. Noi gyan tanam ni e je prakada sungi roi dam ni number si katani sana dui se. So 3 by 100 800 into 3 si katana gre kya tai. 3s are 24 24 into 8 72 taba. 72 9 9 8 are 72. 72 se hengal iba interest to neva. So hanagi phangiba hanagi leisuriba amount sida 3% rate of interest hengalak pasina interest total interest hengat handu is 72 neva. So I just have to add here 72 and I get 992. So just have a look which one is simpler. Because she can me rhythm 3 into 3 into 8 and Toroshi what I just have to find out 3% of 800 multiplied by 3 years. So I get 72. 72 is the increase in the amount. Magi interest the amount to the hengalakadaba pishaduneva. So Lairamaba Hanadagi Piramaba amount to the 72 increase or the Hapsalaga 992 tare. Sigi logic to the a hierarchy ka, but what could of this minor if logic to Kangagadi she can me the vida minus mind or 3% hengalise simple interest near the yam lire haga sigi 3%, 3 by 100 into 800 into 3 chahi hum ginina adu holaga tak tak ka sigi 72 tare 72 sida hapsalaga lore answer di phangram ni ko sida if you know the logic lies a kai de no har kanda si hengalak pakatan tro hanagi Sigi 8% high is the Sigi 8% high is the Hanagi 5% to see your in a tro. Jantai Tade.
Taisha.
Sigi 8% is the Hanagi 5% is your never. Extra lies is Sigi 3% in never. Other tadi Hanagi 5% in a pungiva amount to the 920 never. So 5% in a period amount, 5% original 5% in a period amount to the 920 never. So 920 to the Sigi 3% in a cam hangar halaki do never. So Sigi 8% to the Sigi 5% they already laser. So hangal even 3% in a hangar hali the adugi interest. So Hapsan aga lower than a Ganta. So Sigi
Taisha.
I see mutat lagi ko. Si di kasung explain to ningai like the formula ni. But two the because the requirement of the exam is your speed and accuracy. Doesn't matter what step you follow ko. Adui tardi ka ino ay two was in a low kanadro. So 8% have say of 800 have say kasung na ti hamida. Masagi hana lagi already period lerama 5 to net of 800 have ni na. Adoi tardi 5% of 800 plus 3% of 800 have got some money dana to so this is going to be for 3 years never. Aduga amount fangi hai targadi sigi this is the interest ko. Yo draba. Total simple interest to kya no hargadi shine hamni da adu magi chahi humni na 3 na multiply to be 1 da si simayai ko amount to di kai no principal hapchal lori simple interest da ai ko sig is the principal 800 to half from neba sig 900 have the 800 plus 120 ni na sig 120 is the 5% na pa interest to ni na aduni ko in hiding is that so sigi 5% and 3 years ki 5% of 800 for 3 years to a 120 neba sigi hum je punja laga so sumaya thuga is 5% of 800 into 3 years plus 3% of 800 into 3 years so sigi part di a 120 ne khangeba yeah, so sigi part se puthoga loire dana hoji kya tare answer 72 tare dana simple interest ni amount di kai dawe sigi ani sida 800 to hapsan bi loire dana But prekhada question the shigi 800 plus 120 is the 920 in a pizza layer medana. So what we are doing here, what we are trying to do here is just adding the increased amount. Yam ko in tayo ko takbal di yam sangi hot pa ding asai second mga tarada loy ram si nang si formula pala hot lerga original r da puthok lerga mukhona lerga di prekha khalar ko si sa. So try to adopt this method. Prekha khandoi ni noi loi ma khandoi ni ko level am da ne yor ko si uncle si am nuai na uncle hot pa sum nuai khalaki doi ni ko uncle hot pa sum nuai khalaki doi ni pungam dai na angka manga taru kolam bodo hozik kaido ne pungam da angka yang kai humbu hot pa ya bagi masai gi capacity do ni ko target se under 20 seconds the angka ma hot pollution or target is that 20 seconds is our target I got 30 seconds kar changana 30 seconds yo ne yo but target se do ni ko is this fine I have explained in length I have explained in length. I have gone to length to explain this, but this is just how it has been derived. But this is what you have to understand. In exam, you finish at here. Exam the CG calculation. Jiga C at lori. Prekha the CD boy column so without pen and paper. You can do it in your brain, mentally. Kolom pai jigai wakan hot pa yari gai uncle je hot pa thura ka doi ni ko so we are trying to reach that level gyan da da ba kana yori shisha this is the explanation prekhada si hoto no you don't have to do this in exam this is just for your understanding how it comes 3% already given hanagi 920 is the CJP layer you just have to add this increase 3% interest say you have to add that only have to give understanding though so that you can understand so this is the explanation for your understanding this is what you have to do in exam the answer is solved here 5 seconds 10 seconds lori so makana amado tawraga hot lerga di minute ama jadum chang hiwi ai ko rt formula there is no formula this is all conceptual basis is this fine
Yes, sir.
Sir, tare.
Okay, thank you. Question number book hai ge ko. Compound interest la kan da yam nungar kinyo. Simple interest po siam na lai han le. Simple interest if they ask question on simple interest it's going to be a bit more twisted. Itang complex wa rakani ko because simple interest say live dugi aduna formula aduna hot pada yam thu no hot pa yaroi da mong da hangakani ba aduna sigi technique se learn the wada ko sigi concept se limited oi ko the questions they can ask will go into further deeper when the class progresses on ko but na sigi oi na yo pot se anoba topic ina yam line ulam de ko once nga saigin hangakpa prekhada hangba type khar leiri ko limited ne alde hena hendong na hangingai leiti ko kaisho adugi type me am da sumaina o na nang the conceptual understanding duni ko pa mi je formula phaba kem daga leite no formula we didn't use any formula yam thuna zu hot ki we solved it very quickly and even without using any formula but conceptual understanding later ga adu duni ko target se formula pha later the formula call by haibam lakani soi ki haibam lakani formula the apply the way other haibam lakani problems now next question je yung ko question je question je chum ko shisida hang pithois a particular amount ma ko paisa sandokhreba matam time je tha taruk ki rate of interest se kya 4% sida adu sendoi kari sidi kya no 300 kari have ni da yai ko sendoi kari se 300 kari have ni da yai ko we'll try to do this in the formula way yo principal kya lai re ai khang dre rate of interest kya lai re 4% per annum lai re ko time je huzik 6 months hai bina ai half year harage because per annum the piram bani na ai time je months lagi year do on thoi ko system confused tero 6 months have ne ba but per annum chahi khuding gi have ni na ai half year ole ba formula is the simple interest concept yon ko x am ha pe kai gi no mu hang kani ko simple interest 300 concept yon ko principal khang dre rate of interest is 4% half 100 formula the whole is na si som chat kre principal se kya tar ne du de implies that principal is equal to 3000 by chi ko thanar ja na pai 150 1000 oh sorry 15000 tariq amount this is the traditional method but see is the kitang munna tabiro yai ko conception rate of interest 4% per annum ne have the lupa chama sina ai simple interest chahi amada 1 year da 4 ka de neba adoi tardi half year da ai kya ka ni 2 ka ni yo chi gyan tai ta
Sai sir.
tai ko adudi aigi 2 je have the masagi simple interest 300 have je chahi tangkhai gi ni dana or sumain hai jam 2% 4% hare ko chahi amagi rate of interest 4% hadi chahi tangkhai gi di 2% eva half doctor so can I say that 2% of the principal is equal to rupees 300 yadabro siba
Yes sir.
Sir, repeat on the top room.
hai ke ko rate of interest 4% per annum have an so it means that per year have an either no com chahi am the 4% kai have never adoi tardi rate of interest chahi half year gidi or 6 months I get a half month gidi logic tani go sanai me am 6 months gidi kya tarni 2% tarni have ni tangkhai 1 je half way adoi tardi si jo half way roidro chahi amagi 4% or agadi chahi tangkhai gi 2% car or sendoi cha is this fine or not
Yes, sir.
yes, hangam bado gyan darbo hangi mi do
Sir.
okay now can I say that 2% of the principal is equal to 300 have ni chahi tangkhai gi interest mana 300 pyramid say so this 300 is for half year the interest for half year never see say 300 say the half year interest is 2% so 2% of p is 300 and have the bro yai ko si gyan ta da ba na yaw ge haro kana gyan ta da ge si bo chahi amagi 4% ne ba chahi tangkhai gi 2% ne have ni da so question is the chahi tangkhai gi actual interest simple interest 300 in a pyramid da adai tar si 300 che kai oram ni 2% ne ba principal du gi khang je ba principal du gi kana gyan ta da ba yaw ge logic ni ko formula yaw da bi logic ni ko sigum ba mayam je aware or ga prakha da chang hiu kan da sigi mawong si da dum la khani question je nang di aware or chang ram na smaina kholak ka doi ne ba thuna adoi tar di ai huzik 100% of p 100% of something ha ga di masa mak tu natro
Money, sir.
Yeah, ratio. 100% of rupees 500 haragadi 500 masamak to niko. 100% of masaigi rupees 15,000 haragadi 15,000 masamak to niko. 100% of P haragadi the principal masamak to niko. Yeah, she say yeah. C sidagi 2 dagi 500 100 lang na hono dai 15 na multiply to bra. Tawi ko. Proportion to. Adudi sida aina 15 na multiply to buda tare answer. 0 0 hum hapiro 5 ka 3 ka multiply to ro. Karam mana 2 ge have ni. Ai do re sida. Chi ge Rekada sumai hangjala di nang si boy kolom hoter siare ke dorogi. Kolom paina ke dro sida. Si tau ge de nang boy puthok kakna da du tau na rakhini. Si tau dar ga di nang si je once si gi question je ura sang garni hojing ngasi khange natra. Rekada si gi mong da mana 4% haibe mohutta hangni ai ge su leite ko maths number kar change to hang ba khatane adu dane ngasai gi somna kan delhi da leiba ma to bo singchina question je u ba kan da chinpha gi tap ta tik khokali se. Question hangingai like ba once ngasai gi hangba ya ba magi simple interest compound interest ki type mayam do khangaga changgiu kan da boy kolom yaudra hola ada neba. So that is the target akoi gi course gi target che aduni ko boy kolom yari gai minimum uses of pen and paper adugi target to neba khoi na chang di achieve to na hona do che adu kan da nang gi rank che pai do ni top you are going to reach the top level target che aduni ko. So CD aina haijine CD nangna once used to some oi gitari ahumlak marirak CD same types the hotkalak tardi you won't need to use pen and paper anymore. Thaja da bro haije shibu kai kolom sinadrasu ya hola kini after 4 5 times kumba nangna CD type same type question je hola matung da dinang si kolom changa roi ba kolom changa roi 2% gi 2% of pj Sigi 300 ne khange 100% je 2 now 100 over the 50 change audi 300 sida 50 na multiply to lo re aina bo sai gi moi gi rough sheet to pirak ko aina to du se sumana 50 multiply to ba ai answer do dum khot khani ba a ni b ni c ni do si ka to bo da lo re si di dum khot ro si aina yai ko ya de ya de
Yes, sir.
yai ko so c ni ko to du se ai nga sai hive do hek ho da Yarigai formula sina davida concept na yam two na hot payaba mong dani ko. Is there anyone who didn't get this? Still gyan tadriba yaubiba kana yaubig. Haibiro. If you ask the question, you may be a fool for a few seconds, but you'll be wiser. Ko hena gyan ta na chakiduni nangi long lasting. So it's more beneficial. Khangagena lavni na tammage hairagena lavni. Or the haihogdava gyanta hogdava tapada gyanta hogdavdi hangbam thuiko. It's your duty as a student to ask question, to learn. And prekado line khallo hamida. Anyone, any doubt? Yare, muthalage. Muthalage ko.
Okay.
Masagi aina geometric progression the lay have the question number 2 siko. Numbering ani hum sugraba 4 sudara. Question je hum sugra maliko. So 4 is the question number high. Let's say the sum of money at simple interest how many years have we got? So the question is years. A particular amount, a particular sum of money amount, some principles a question. They didn't give the principle here. So they say there what the question is telling is if a particular sum of money is lent out from and lent out for 15 years. Aina sandokpa kanda magi hana layramniba principal dugi 3 times oire have it's talking about the amount ko. So if the principal is let's say 10 can the number lower ko amount say kaidowe 30 ole have nida in how many years 15 years number lower whole ko I'm just showing you kaino to reason principal do not 10 no kanda 3 times amount say we have after 15 years. Question the question is question ki demands na in how many years ma say 5 times this is 3 times the chahi tramanga change 5 times amount the new amount say oh sorry this is 1 the new amount say 5 times so in one of the chahi kya changa again have PRT by 100 to hold there agadi dum unga dum lairani ko okay ma changa hold there kan the on but nasai gi aina progression nama lay geometric progression nama lay in high you amount to hana de ko simple interest ki aina ratios minus hot pa amount to hana de simple interest to the hana ko compound interest ki huren mai matang da lakini compound interest ki amount to sanai ko ratio dagi sai answer puthok pa but simple interest ki oina simple interest to sanagani interest to sanagani amount to sanade sishima gyan ta biro ko just somewhere in the notebook is haitara just understand that interest to sanai have ma compound interest ki question sing sidi kaida sanai ha kan the amount to sanar kani ba ratio se. So here you don't use amount and here you don't use interest. Uncle hot pagi wari ni ko. Simple interest ki problem na bagan the ratio ki sana ko desi interest sana bane na have. Masa amount credit di 1 year the 4 then second year the my interest 8 ole 3rd year the 12 ole na rate of interest to 4% or kanda. Principal is 100 or so sigi progression simple interest ki interest compound interest ki huren harakini magi amount but anyway sishima a bit ningam gi ko nata di showing amount the hot pay the ankas simple interest ki let's say p have a later principal amount say 3p all in ever. This is the first amount called, and it takes 15 years. Right, now, sigi se interest kya no? Simple interest se sigi kya ho ni? 3p minus p tabra, 2p tabra. Kukman graba si se ubra. Pikman bra. Kanam kumbiti. Simple interest say 3p amount minus principal adudi 2p tabra hamnida. Sida dum hotel as jayega but ay amamu p second case to na high sina 5p ole have never. Simple interest se kya tare udeshi ke 5p minus p 4p tabra si je noi gyan da na one prakhada di to thamjan gadam ni ko I mean just for your understanding I am writing it out in detail ko length you in e se but prakhada di minus hang e gadam te to tham gadam so yeah it takes 15 years to get an interest of 2p masagi progression dio 4 8 12 masagi 16 aina let's say 8 ko 8 rupees 8 hengat na wagi one of gida makta chahi ani changeba 2 years sangam neba 2 year khudingi lupa nipan hengale haineba somna kandana 15 years khudingi 2p hengale haineba adui tadi 4p henganawgi damakta so this becomes c china c gi poche c ji olak na bohnaw da I multiply kya tawge 2 tawbra
2
adudi c gi chahi sida jo aina 2 na multiply tawroidro
Tommy.
answer loire sida PRT by 100 tau leragadi oiroi yai ko what lo si but sigi concept sida khangma tamu ko ya ya de gyan ta da ba yaw
Yes,
ba
sir.
yaw da ba kana gyan ta da
Sir,
Yeah. Ganga ko ti mo thalage da si rekha da di sumaina yam chang na igada ba amta natte da masai prekhada ino hotu isdi o 3p minus p kya tare 2p ni ama sina 5p minus p kya ne 4p ni sida 15 years sange adudi sida 2p olam na 2 o adudi sida 2 adi 30 years si hot kar lore prekhada hot ka di sida lore ba but huziki ye imam da din noi da gyan ta na bani ko I'm drawing all those charts to make you understand because saigi technique ama introduced so when I have to begin from the basic Prekhadari sumaina hot kala adam ne lower is anka. From the formula PRT by 100 dollar gadi matam yam mange ba. Yo, first case the principal da P and lower C 3 times of the principal all I have never and it takes 15 years. We go see that. Sig is the I know as I high simple interest the amount the sana way this is the amount. This is the amount to sana de uncle say simple interest my interest is sana so see difference simple interest to kya ta hai mo yani ki difference kya no 2p ne ba so interest 2p have a interest so this may be 100 or this is the 200 or any the 300 or any so principal do magi interest to twice of the sagi principal oina bohna of the 15 years sang have so if the principal has to become 5 times of the principal 5 times if the amount has to become 5 times of the principal how long will it take have a question duneva 6 is the my interest the anigi difference 4p oi have so 2p is 4p on of the 2 na multiply to redna multiplier is 2 doi tardi sahi da su I 15 to the 2 na multiply to 30 years tani have ni tai ta de kya
Tayo, sir.
Lore,
3P
sibu second kano na sum sigumba type se ahum mari dang hot khiu ganda rekha manung da second mari manga do hot ka da problem ni hek yeng ba di am lu wa man ba second amani da thok long ho to na click to hek yeng go o si only 2 na multiply to lore yo sigi difference 2p ne khang garni question yem ga da sigi difference 4p ne khang garni oh multiply 2 na multiply to ni adu di rai la na 15 years to the 2 na multiply to 30 years tare am lai second manga do loi jibo under 10 seconds yam line hole although you have more time although prekhada nang hena atopa problem hena to we are oidro hose so mine question khudingi sum matam je 10 seconds 5 seconds mai sum hotkala ga sum or 20 seconds to sum hokala ga di masai gi nang na pung ama do hotkala pangamba nang gi capacity je pra level of the exponential rise tani go formula to hot le ga di unga sum to le ni ko matam yam lawe
Hoy. Tanano.
ai
Sorry, sir.
anyway so sila question mari sugre question amaga to si ai compound interest yam takning e ko adugi compound interest ai na takning yam takning bai tai so pung ama hujan gre ai simple interest ki question ama tanga to ge ko aduga question je khariam di tongning bane but anyway compound interest ngasi ai yam putning e ko dugin question number we'll try 5 ko question je Tang luhan. Tang lusan ba matoge. Kaya ko. Ratio method na kyam line holag yage se ay utke ko. So a person, let's say, question je dom sajal a person mi amana magi leijaba paisa je part ohum thugairaga mana invest to we have a condition ohum tholani go adugi yai ko now invest this money in 3 parts in respectively share grade से क्या पीछेगा 10 दिशा लगेगा percent हम हारके मथंग द 12% पीरके तुम नंबर हम लोग चलो मान नंबर में तो पर नुआएगा तो फट पर नुआएगा हम लोग चलो सिको and चीज़ पर एनम मा तो है लगेगा so part ohum do mana 6 year gi first part so 6 year gi 10% da 10 year do mana thada doine 12% da 15% da 12 year mai paisa je paisa ohum thong thuga ga thadai ham ni da ko si sima lai re ko 3 ये वर्ड तो एक कंफ्यूज होता ना Mount diagram mana hai sino pore ko 3 parts to ni ko so paisa maybe mana lupa lishing tra manga lai bi ai ko or 15,000 or 30,000 whatever be the amount he invests in 3 schemes ko first scheme gives 10% the second scheme gives 12% the third scheme gives 15% per annum ko and the investment is for 6 years 10 years and 12 years have ko so this is 12 years ne have last scheme agi conditions in us when loin about schemes loin lower after completion of the 3 schemes ka simple interest moi ohum sidagi phangba scheme ohum dagi phangba simple interest to chakma nahi have LCM method ko simple the PRT by 100 sida tawla ga so it will become the problem will become this much big pungama dum pungkha minute tara kun chango hot krani kanada of the A B C na khaidoge ko A B C hai na khaidoge SI isama kitang tension I need more space here I see muthak lage ko so let's say or P1 P2 thola se are P1 P2 P3 thola lage ko part home se sumaina question lakpa kanda si dagi kitang thaira lakpa jai but si gi same process te tawdoi ni ko sumaina lakpa kan so what you have to do is just give my condition the 6 years ni dana ai ko udara 6 years ni dana ha mai ja 6 years into 10% atra sumaina dum thambiro we just need to find out the ratio so si thambiro amount to direct total amount of biram maga exact magi 3 parts so kai no na hangak pasu ai ko but concept to the conceptual understanding remains the same second is the 10 years kini and it's for 12% third years the 12 years ki 15 ai ko si sa C sida hiding is a moigi simple interest sida phangkadaba simple interest se usmana khaido ko moi ahum jina phangkadaba simple interest se it's the same for all three heaven right ko sida kai changre time changre c sida kai changre rate changre so PRT to the R ga T ga laigram ni ko sida P do katane ba P1 ji katane ba sida wali se sida su R ga T ga laigram ni so sida P2 wali ni P3 wali ne ba so moi ahum na multiply to pa kan da chap mana na ta ga dam ni na ha ba so let's bring out the LCM of this three. See, say I 16 na kang see 120 na kang see say multiply to na 180 type. So 180 na kang so moi ahum sina pick any number. It doesn't have to be the LCM. Pick any number. Loy namang multiply to salat thamas jay kasum kai de ko. But pick pa the yeng na raga di LCM do na kar phai bo ko. Adu na masagi kita moi ahum sina multiply to with the taba number divide to with the remainder 0 taba exactly divisible by one number AK 360 low young. It can be 720 as well, no problem. Kashum kai de low number multiply to thamazu kashum kai de dum kakna with the my ratio to taza do 16 na divide to we 120 na divide to we 180 na so divide to we are so mana low bukan na kamay to we have magi quite one number to give multiple the low ba quite one number do sigi moi hum sigi quite one number 180 le na 180 into 2 360 mana ya bring on the mind to no sum ko LCM low se quite one number to give multiple the ne moi na divide to we have a thiro over do no sum LCM se ko so now 360 low ta di 60 to become 360 what do I have to multiply haro sidi haro for 60 to become 360 what is the multiplier here 6. For 120 to become 360, what is the multiplier here? Udrawa. For 120, this is 120. Go. See any multiply to 120 ta 360. Kya? Haro.
3.
3. For 180 to become 360, what do I have to multiply here?
2.
So your P1, P2, P3 will be in the ratio 6 is to 3 is to 2. What is the answer? I'm like draw. The PRT by 100 ka way to salo no. PRT by 100 to every ma'am to give P1 by P2 PRT by 100 mang yung thama ba sige yung PRT lower hot pa. It will take forever to complete the problem. But here, simple as that. Bring in a number which is divisible by all these three. Preferably the LCM. How do you find? Pick a multiple of this largest number. Multiply to we have zero. Find out what is the multiplier ratio. Then you get the answer. Prekhada magi total sum je mana 15,000 nebo hairo 30,000 nebo hairo piram bakanda si ratio lerdi loin puthok pa yadro.
Yes. Yes.
You are given the ratio of all these parts, and if you are given the total, let's say, magi total sum je total sum je prekhada sigi multiple 9 11,000 ne har ge ko adoi tar di si se kya tar ni si ohum je tin laga 11 ta dra 11 divide to 1,000 tar ba this is the 1,000 multiply to you get this as 6,000 3,000 2,000 pariyo tin jan ayo pariyo 11,000 sorry si gi ohum je tin lo divide to tho sida 1,000 tare dana 1,000 dana loina multiply to so simple as that. Hek yeng badadi prekhada hek ubakana di sidi ko no hot ke he na thamgur gada problem je asuk line if you can solve this much easily kai kem ta pakhaningai leite ko prekhada moina pami just maina khot lo havani formula to roga p1 by p2 p2 by p3 to lerga di sungoi oi roi That is not the demand of the exam. Two, but CDM lie hotro. She will lie hot pro. Kamai to ge she my hot is.
Hole, sir.
Hole, sir.
Line hole, sir.
Smai hot ka dan prekada smai hokala di nang loi question hang evil loi attempt to yara ni. Yaroidro.
Yani, sir.
This is the
Yani,
way
sir.
you have to clear the exam. Nangi rank to apai. That is the target. I outside they high say 20 seconds ki manung do hot pasini ko akhoi gi target se, and we will at the end of the course we will ko loina mak ngam doine we will khara hena practice to wo mi do na 10 seconds ki manung do hot jano ko khara taw do gam do na 25 30 seconds sang jano but loi hot toini ko pung amai manung da or 20 minutes ki manung da moina 40 questions hot do zo dum hot ki doine because 30 seconds they loi hot to romne. Every problem we will try to solve under 20 seconds. The more you practice through this technique, the better, the faster you will be. The target minimum elimination, minimum use of pen and paper. Yari kai khud kolom boy kolom as a friction never. So we are trying to eliminate the use of pen and paper. Yari kai hot na. Bagi type se yam leite ko limited or equation hang ba yaw ge mai mong se adugi type loina mak to khang ga aware or sang ha ne chimpa pu do sida kem leite. There's nothing to by heart ko by heart here. You just have to understand the masagi conceptual progress to du khang lo re prekhada you can go very confidently. Go si sima ai simple interest se sida break parage. We'll discuss more types of simple interest later on, but Fujiki ina a compound interest is changa kiko. Compound interest ina yam tapning ubagi because it's kind yam nungai wa hai tare. Yam na compound interest lai ge ying ko. Whole I am lay ko r square by r by 100 square. 300 plus r by 100 square. We don't need formula. You don't need formula. The formula sina drain two. I don't take formula sina was sing to the gihena tour of the now. First, very basic understanding foundation hai tare ne ko compound interest ki foundation ja. Let 1000 be the principal. Compound interest ne holak do se rate che use yam sam na 10% ne har per annum. Understanding si ko basic study. So compound interest kitang sumain ears. Compound interest, or we'll say compound interest years. Compound interest for 1 year, it will be the same as the simple interest 10 tayo 1,000 lower. Yeah, do the 100 tayo. Yeah, bro. Principal say 1,000 or hell 100 or siya 100 to hot siya. Yeah, I'm picking numbers all. 100 in the principal the compound interest for 1 year say 1 adum tayo. Now, compound interest for 2 year harakiba. Compound interest for 2 years the harisina interest sigi interest among kiniba. So 10% of 100 magi 10 dumalajani sigi interest first year sigi interest magi calculate to bukanda principal gi manung de yor ko so sigi 10% among 1 amlani. So the second year dugi oina total compound interest ay 11 tayo. Sigi 2 years sigi total sigi compound interest for 4 having ko. For the second year haragadi shini ko sina second year dugi interest having 4 2 year haragadi sahi first year gi so pula punchal laga ta 10 plus 11 or si 10 plus 10 plus 1 is equal to 21 tayo. Janta, amount to the C 21 sida amount for 2 year haragadi 100 sida 821 apchalore 121 and as many yek thoi shemaram lai ko sida chart chema kadoi. That's the beauty of this compound interest ki am nairak kadoi se sigi chart sida ni ko am line rate to dang piram malore ai build up to we am kha da gi build up to pi ko be it for 2 year 3 year syllabus to smaina compound interest going a 3 year dagi hena hang de ko if magi smaina hotor gadi masagi proportion geometric progression gi type to hotor gadi 15 16 hijal ko se aduna that's a different type of question but normally 3 years dagi hena hang de ko compound interest ta. So now second 2 years ki ni ko koina discuss to ise. So second year gi da si lai have ni da. Is this understood? Kana sida gyan ta da bi.
Sir,
one
one lakh po ito man.
Okay. 100 have a pot sige first year. Yeah, iko. First year sida sumaina hires. Sige 1 就mo thak lagi ko. Amount pot do ba yar. Yeah. First year ki interest is 10 like rate of interest is 10% haramni na 100 ki 10% di rupees 10 ni aduna I first year ki interest is silai reko. Now what will be the amount one? 100 plus 10 110 noibra. There you go. This is the amount at the end of the first year. Is this fine? Sibo yare ko. Amount haraga the interest plus principal do need na. All the principal is seen ba compound interest higher simple interest higher chahi first year do gidi chapma nahi ba compound interest 1 year. This is the same 1 year gidi ne simple interest ka chapma nahi ba ma se hot pada ya go sishima amount say 110 tai have je gyan tai ta de chahi ama loire matungda interest 10 do hapchalaga 110 tai ba. Is this fine? Gyan tai ko ta de.
Yes, sir.
Tai ko si ja moi asai hang gyan ta de hai go do. Now second compound interest haraga di second year de gi holak pakanda kaida we have kanda magi interest hot podo sigi first year sigi amount sigi 10% holakani ba. So the compound interest of the second year is 10% of the amount one first year gi amount to. So compound interest for the third year haragadi 10% of the amount for the second year harkaduniwa. So sigi amount sigi 10%, which is nothing but 10% of 110. 100 to oirakreba. Yeah, principal is going to keep on changing with the addition of the previous year's interest. Mamang chahigi interest to hapchal laga madi holak kadoineba. Sigi antai ko compound interest means interest on interest having ko. Sigi 110 sida mamang chahi 1 year gi sigi interest se yauk thalaktra. So sigi interest sigi so amuk interest amuk phang doineba. Yai yade.
Yes, sir.
Kana gyan ta da ba yauri sida si gyan ta da ba yade. Si sine fundamental di sine sidagi ne sagala ka do si loina. If you don't get this, I won't go ahead ko. I'll be here discussing this until and unless you clear this concept. Si gyan ta dra gadi makha chatharo.
Yeah.
Kana kana no huzik gyan ta de hai gi gai do si bau di gyan ta bi rabo.
Sorry, sir.
Gyan ta da ba kana yaudro yare adudi si bau di yare ko. 1 by 10 10% ni 1 by 10 ni ko si ko thala si 11 tare. Chap mana drong asai hai du ga. Ai sida mung ye ke ba. Pa di ye cha. Sida ye ke on ko. Smiley is CI 1 year, CI 2 year. Principal is 100 never. Compound interest 10 dare first year gi 6 dadi 10 nama lejarni. Sigi 100 sigi 10 nama sida lejarni. Sigi mamang chahi sigi interest ki 10%. Si 1 by 10. Have the 10% of this the 1. Sama na go. Poti sinema, but in a chart format, the breakup to this 110 is nothing. Sigi 110 ano sumay low one. This 110 is nothing, but 100 plus 10 neva. So in a breakup 1 by 10, breakup to bukan yung 1 by 10 into 100 plus 1 by 10 into 10. This is 10 plus 1. Sama anta isti. Sama ne kedoroge. Mamang sa higi interest to gi sumuk 10% ang low ba. Principal to gi 10% nama already layer ni. क्या याद है शीश है नाम कंप्यूटर क्या याद है
Yes, sir.
शी या को okay thank you third year की से कौन लाके we'll stay with the 2 year third year की से कौन लाके शी मा हम तो second year की से हम तो नहीं की से दुको third year की से कौन लाके अमुक तो बकलाव ना लाक्सन दो शी मा ज्ञान तारे कौन now chart yek lak pakanda hojiki mong da yek seba and the beauty of this chart is maning mamang oi honing mama pa da gi hot pal oi ya da ni any information marak thigang da gi mai thigang da gi let them give call let them give the information from the middle whichever you'll be able to solve very easily yeah hojiki chart format yo smani yek ka ai rupees 100 ka chahi ham chahi gi second year gi smaina bubble ani ye so rate of interest ai hujik different no hela gi ko or 10 na do moi gi je amuk thugar 10% is nothing but 10 by 100 which is 1 by 10 ha mama class yaw bo yaw do percentage is mine khar thugai be ai ko 10% is mina 1 by 10 ne khange 12.5% is nothing but 1 by 8. 16.2 by 3%. This is 1 by 6. 33.33% 1 by 3. My car lay then okay. My car lay go. 11 1 by 9% is equal to 1 by 9. 9 1 by 11% is equal to 1 by 11. See multiple. My car lay go. Or let's say 4% is equal to 1 by 25, 5% is equal to 1 by 20. My car lay then ako. My hot kada niga. This should be common knowledge to you all. Hang ragadi khangjan bi ho ko. 10% have 1 by 10 ne. Sumaina yek pa tamji ko. Yang sigi chart chini sanwar kada. Sidagina silakpa have ni sida 1 by 10 thambiba 1 by 10 thambiba kona thamaktra su yai thambai kana bamna chahi khudingi rate of interest se change toraga de sumai hot pana traga de sumta tar formula naga yaw jante ko so 1 by 10 100 tagi 1 by 10 multiply toro ko 10 tare 10 the 1 by 10 multiply toro 1 tare sigi Siga this will remain the same. So if you know this, you just put in the value here because 1 by 10, 1 by 10. Siga anta now same table, the same ido in a chart on for open. Table da dom here so question guide but chart ne na nuai be. Gyan tai ta de. Now sai to read the principal 100. Compound interest for 1 year, compound interest for 2 years. Ida 10 nam lai gra, sigi 100 sigi the 10 nam la ni, sigi 10 sigi 1 lakh ani have do. Same C is my ni ek pa khatani go. Principal do ina my box and then be a thambani. Or nang round ye kesu kesu gade. C ma gyan dar ni go.
Dar ni sir.
I got okay, thank you. Now sigi Hazaba Hagada Emotion. Let's change this. total number amda phone ji ko ai sida 4% hairam magadi 1 by 25 neba 1000 on thoge daga sida kya lani 1 by 25 1 by 25 na to the 400 tare ko sida damo 1 by 25 na mung to buganda 8 taba 25 4 nate 4 4 16 taba 4 4 16 25 1 156 150 16 sida 400 samanta sumana la e have ni ko structures is seen ko now will sida ke amtang ga haram ge C की पार्ट है ए दम हार C की बॉक्स है this is the simple interest for 2 year for 2 year है C की लो इन मक से पुंजला आगा ना compound interest for 2 year yeah bra so simple interest for 2 year ga compound interest for 2 year ga की difference है कहीं नो हार गदे सीधा 16 जी निको रुपीस 16 याद है ज्ञान ताइता दे सिटी है कि दो मसाई सिंपल इंटरेस्ट की है कि दो 1000 के 4% 400 400 सेकेंड ईयर की जो 400 दो मोइनी थर्ड ईयर की जो द सिंपल इंटरेस्ट विल बी 400 third year, fourth year, fifth year, 400, 400, 400. So the first row total addition, it will be the simple interest. Whatever comes below the first row will be difference to so sigi box is 16 nidana. So interest sigi 400 sigi interest on interest to never see say. So this 16 is the interest on interest. First year ki interest to among interest ni second years da. So this Sigi column zina muk second year, sina first year, third year game go ren la kini but see. So this 16 is the difference between the simple interest for 2 year and the compound interest for 2 year. Amount ki difference. So see edom moi doini go. Amount simple interest ki amount to 2 year ga compound interest the whole ga amount for 2 year ga sigi difference 16 noi doini go. Yeah de. Sigyan taita de. Taita de. Now, see the I can if she said na can the honing a she said a have need so a plus a never twice a she say in a b ne log di she say difference say b do need some representation you got a b c d it doesn't mean anything it's just representation amasum utpanita Prekada we'll rub this Prekada sumana piramova conditions compound interest for 2 year ga simple interest for 2 year ga moigi difference rupees 8 nena piramo yeah got 2 years principal putho na have and you are given the rate of interest as 4% of the period yeah go see there is a formula so my formula difference 2 year gi is equal to p r by 100 square yoksala ko isda niyo ay on the nungai reduce minor formula so like the whole I will solve this but huziki do ai hana hai ge ko sige mong is the hang up da yam nungai reduce 2 year haram ni na same structure do ai same ani two na ka such same ani rate of interest 4% ne have na is 1 by 25 so this is nothing but 1 by 25 ne khane adoi tadi sida ai sam na sida 1 lawrage sida 25 la sida 25 la sida 25 na multiply to do ni 625 la yan ta ba sida 1 by 25 na multiply to do 1 ta ba har ga di 25 for do so inverse the chat pa sida aina assume to was a 1 in a lobi ba difference sigi 2 year gi simple interest ni sigi holes in amuk compound interest ni magi 2 year gi difference se sigi part chini so aina difference so 1 in a lobi re ba hoje yai ko 1 in a lobi ga anda ai sida 25 because I have to multiply with 25 I get 25 this is chamana na cd a ni hai give ni sida muk mathakta principal la ke 625 now the question gives that this one jiri aina assume the one is 8 neba 1 lori pot che same by the 8 oigadam neba actual value di adu itari sida jo 8 so sida 8 na multiply to you get answer 8530 8540 4 carry 2 16 0 2 carry 86 are 48 40 50 daman so 5000 is your answer gyan ta bayo sigi chart na to kholi je mathak tai hothara asu ya ba makha da gi hot kala asu ya ba anywhere marak ta gi value ma hairam jano smile loi hot pe ani ba 3 years ki na mari amaga smile la kini ko but same process to hot kadam ni 2 year gi hana keno to gi si gyan ta ita de aina kai do we have ganda rate of interest but the kem yang we rate of interest hana yeng ani yari kai the fraction do on thok pi ro ba rate of interest of fraction wala matung da aina sigi difference 1 in a lobby re 1 lower matung the fraction do sida thamme ko mai thamni myam se so sigi is there multiply to ko 25 na sida so inverse is the divide to sala 1 jida I 1 by 25 na divide to woni da question na te sidi kai no 1 into 25 ta re na 25 sidagi shila baganda sina multiply to idana odi sidagi shila ke di divide amuk to ni ba inverse ratio ne so sida 1 oi baganda the 25 la sida 25 la baganda 25 multiply to re you get 625 sigi chart se same lower matung da magi actual difference to kya no so you have to consider the actual difference so to 1 for 1 to become 8 you need to multiply with 8 so you have to multiply the same number to this principal ki box the are even numbers the 8 na multiply to 0 you get the answer maning mamang ching ko okay go see now if you have understood this let me take up a question na mai rakyo yeah Rashida anyone who didn't get this who didn't get so far yan ta bro
Tarisha.
Aisa.
okay
Kamu kelas awal ini.
so compound interest put हुआ है बने चार तो ये नहीं हम लाए वो question नहीं चले रहे हाँ मसीज द a rate से 4% ने है रे सी 1 by 25 ने इखंगे तो 1 by 25 ना divide तो वो गांधा इसी 1 by 25 multiply तो आने 300 तार है इधर चमाना वो मसीज तो 300 दुम था मनी 1 by 25 ने जो the my interest on interest हम लाने इधर 125 ना divide तो वो गांधा इस 6 तामा 4 3 12 तामा Dumba 4 3 12 compound interest hangagadi shigi pull up se tin chalani 300 300 600 plus 12 612 amount. So this is the compound interest amount hangoragadi kadura 7500 sida 6112 ne to ni shika 812 not that sorry 8128 8112. Okay, go. There's a formula for this as well, but formulas, yeah. Compound interest ki amount ki formula am laini go magi compound interest ki formula am laini. See is the concept am tanga haram. See 2 year ki char ni go so mine hot crash da lore. Sina sambe am heli go. But yo amount ki formula derived to uja principal am lai rani. Yeah, you got. Or let's say it's minus loss. Principal plus
Sir.
compound.
Sir, compound interest ki 612 ta is kamay tayo ng theorem.
Hey, have
Compound interest ki 612 ta rokpodo do kamay tayo ng hero. Zero.
Shisha.
612 ta rokpodo.
Sige, sila pa si loin kanga ba?
Kangi sir.
Sige ka siyempre sige lay ba? Sige box sige makada lay ba kaya loin tinsan loin niya. Draw si bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. You can take
Yes,
this as
sir. Yeah, sir.
loin tinsan loin niya. Aduin na ina sige box loin na kaido krise differentiate tong na. Okay, go. Amount hai kana si pull up ang tinsan sida 7500 se tinsan la kana amount ta ni. Yeah, bro si bro.
Yes, sir.
Magi
Yes, sir,
formula lay ko ado formula si adum higher si ai jahan p into this is the formula problem say complex hoira kanda sige formula sinara ko je hena local kani the 3 haragadi cube root tongna leragadi it becomes very complex sige sina sige formula je sinara ko kan sida ina uji 3 years ki har ko kan da kai to kani har kan da sige 1.04 si 1 lorge ai 4 by 100 se aina sumana lor ni 1.04 aina cube hola ni sige cube puthong na le ni ren somna kanda magi rate ka puthoro rate of interest ka puthoro na hai ta ga de aina somna kanda cube root lor ka do ni ba which makes it very kahta ne kanada da is high dom da hena complex o hen bodo so unnecessarily we create traps for ourselves pekhadam matam manga huren answer da amuk cheran turana taraga answer to tabang amakta exact answer tangam drago aina matam jumang haluraga aina answer ju chumna pingam da tar it's a double loss for me huge loss ne ko kanada the beauty of this chart is kai the khenar ke have ganda sidadi achowo posi pikharak paneba sidadi macha ragi chawkhat haline ba kanada da ai cube si cube lokhat layraga di oira go si se dum chawtho kharni unnecessarily rate of interest putho haraga di sida kya mo yam wa do nyo sigi p sina mo sida a by p amuk chat kharni somna kanda adedi a by p sigi amuk cube root amuk lawrani adedi somna kanda 1 amuk lairemni the 1 je amuk somda thangani sigi cube root sida minus 1 it becomes very complex so no use in our method we don't use this formula. We will never use this formula. A formula is a formula. This is not a formula. This is a concept. Sige concept. Loin hold la hani da. Masagi unitary method natraga ratio ki method to no hold ka doinyo. Autocracy formula je padro jai. Forget it. Hojiki amount to gi CP 1 R by 100 sida n. So this is the year. N is the year. Compound interest ye mo do re prakhala compound interest am pishala made phazarani. Amount minus principal. Amount sidi kai no sigi P1 plus R by 100 the power n minus p အဲဒီနွားရဲနော် p ရှိလာနေ1 plus r by 100 the power n minus 1 rồi đây formula gì đang u bờ đó mà thà đâm sao cái quoi sai ai hay gì này no need to remember this formula no need to use this formula just forget this formula vậy quá ai hay bro formula xin nào rồi cái đầu tiên cái formula xin nào rồi cái đầu xin này là lại rồi cái formula đó hot chair rồi component hot cái gì rồi mà tao làm sao cái hả thì hồi mà tao lại tôi cái adu mà hot lại cái anh tao cái khai question cái trên năng rồi có cái này type cái 3 years to give away demo tao ulam cái tao này detail đó cha khi này as the class progress but hồi cái formula đó cầu topic rồi này no need no use có cái này để prekha khăn đó nào cái masak này if you don't want to clear the exam use formula simple as that if you want to clear the exam forget the formula just forget entirely that such a formula exists no need stick with this is the best method quickest method simplest method formula patterns of them hit over method so stay with me see my simple problem is the cam the learning I like take see my I question number we'll take up a question prekha lock the question cube root square root kasi am line puthok ko yam ai se hai sha kan kalam matam je ya rank class loi ra kan da happy try tau ji ko matam minute adum ni ma da thing da yai na
Yay.
Okay. Check question number question se I tau si ka we'll use this difference to the lower like the question asks the principal. The question asks the principal. The rate of interest per annum is given. Like build up to we are going to build up from the down. Rate of interest is see some no the kang na this some used to this is nothing but 1/8. 시기 ratio khar khang da banga sai e mayam do khang da ba ya da ratio ni khang ga dam ni ko kana ba se ai ko choro ge my importance ai ko choro ge si dang ne khang when the particular chapter comes we'll discuss percentage chapter do when nga si gi na si khang ko rate of interest 12 1/2 or 12.5% have them 1/8 ne have je khang build up to ni khar thu na sa ye ka do ko 1/8 ne khange 1/8 ne khange ai sida 1 lor ge ai sida kya tar ni de haro noi gyan ta ba ta da ba yeng sida kya tar ni ha 8 say 8 1 jida 1/8 na divide to ba have ni or you can denominator na sum haina bi matung na denominator na thak multiply to loi नत्रगा inverse तौथोगा multiply तौसल्लो लोरे सी 1 by 8 हाबनिना is nothing but 8 सिगी inverse तुगा सिगा multiply तौर लोरे सिगी सिगा अमुक कैदो inverse have the 8 तुगा multiply तौर लोरे सिदा क्या तारे 64 दसु चमान तानी हाबनि 8 सिगी अंता दबा यावरिबो कना ज्ञान तादा गेसिदा ताई तादे
Sorry, sir.
ताई को हम लाइबनिदा कई लुनिंगाय लेगे अइना फॉर्मूला सीनर फॉर्मूला सी फाव हाइब्स नते सी के 1 दगी सी 8 से समाइना डिवाइड तौरगा नत्र मल्टीप्लाई तौर ओनली हैवनी सिगी 8 सिना सिदा तौर सिदा ओनली हैवनी इनवर्स तुना मल्टीप्लाई तौसलो हैवनीदा सिगी इनवर्स हैव दी 8 तुना सिदा मल्टीप्लाई तौसलो you get this inverse have the 8 tuna multiply here you get this basic framework to this dalore now the question says that see difference can have 15 have so the question says is this one should become 50 so okay the real the principle put okay there is 15 multiply to draw if you multiply here, you have to multiply here with the same number. So what do I get here? 0 omlani, 0 omlani. I got 2 carry line 5, 6, 3, 2. 2 because he said. Lower answers that. Formula to there is a formula for this difference. Give formula like toro sida r do mu hapo 1 by 2 mu hapsa lo natra square toro si tolo agadi it becomes more complex ko kanada and remembering formula is a burden so as much as possible it's minor formula but forget this stay with this Rekada kitang twist toroga twist and turn toroga hangak paganda you can answer very easily and amuka so muhai ko sige first row sida yar is it's the simple interest sige lemhori ba first row dogi makha tar pasing do not difference ni sige whole pull up se na mo compound interest ne have see is not difference ni pull up punja laga compound interest ne have ai ko rekhada na ngasai find the simple interest for the 2 years to hangjala mas wi are na 8 plus 8 क्या तारा है 16 into 50 so 2 year की 2 years की simple interest तो पुथो मो हार जो see 3 800 तारियों so any CK chart say once you have made this chart once you have completed this chart let them ask any sort of questions you can very easily find out
sir
how
rate piramdra sir du yagadra
yeah rate pini rate putho haiba na tonga nong lakhini ko structure je sanai ni ko sumana
time sir sir time buthok
so I have a question lakhini don't worry hello
time buthok question
time puthok gi ja time compound interest involved to raga dine third years in ko magi limit che jai ko rain question ama lake marakta some 4 5 6 7 years yobugi adugumba question nature do natraga di laoi ko compound interest ki di syllabus manung du chali je 3 years third year bo khatani have time di compound interest ta pangna hanga roi hanga aga di huren question type am pusalakani adugi mong du da hanga kani ko we'll discuss that question just have patience ko atam yai ko
thank you
question do pusalake time gi but yo huzik sigi oina si huzik bo gyan ta da bo anyone who didn't get so far I hope this is all understood yeah iko
acha
lage can I rub this
yes sir
syllabus the 3 years fogini 3 years they he lagadi question type amagi mong da hangne we'll discuss that type dum mai matang lakda mai huzik oina ai 3 years ke pusalage Yeah, bro, third 3 years ki pusalage same mong da intraga keno da hana pusan gi third year gi 1000 da hana hot ki concept kyan ta no third year gi smai gi iko ta khale yek isong kai de someone chong jar sa rate 10% ne har ge line of 1/10 ko. The first row is the simple interest. क्या तारने से हरो हरो 100
100.
100. So this is nothing but a symbol. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a symbol. Sigi sinigo 1/10. क्या तारने से दा
10.
Sigi si Sigi si Sigi si. Third year gisu first year gi interest to be hot pay or kini third year. So this is for the third year. This is for the second. Sigi columns in the third year gi ni pa. Sigi columns in a second year gi pa. First year gi di amma khatane simple interest, compound interest. It's the same for the first year. But hozik third year gi compound si also leje kashum na teda si bogi amount se yo si bogi total second year gi amount se amount for the second year se kai ta de no har kan dio 1000 plus 100 plus sigi 100 plus 10 tabra okay ko so sigi 10 sigi pull up sigi 10% hot to neba sigi second year sig the labor amount to get 10% holaga compound interest for the second year do ta do neba aduna sigi 10% hola pahar gadi 1000 gi 10% 100 ki 10% sigi 100 sigi amuk 10% sigi 10 sigi amuk 10% yeah de picture ini ko the cam problem like picture up ne koi di nungai na ne hole se picture up ga ne hole se yeah de kokta bubble ama bubble ani bubble mari so 1 2 4 sidai hena question hangaroi 3 years is the saigi magi limit ni ko compound interest ki 3 years ay hena hangi ha ga di question mawong am da saigi multiple da hangkani we'll discuss that question don't worry okay but for the time being focus on this so this is the chart for 3 years jantai tade is there anyone who has any doubt in this chart ki charge khang give the compound interest lower 2 year gina ani khatani dana the third year you have to draw 4 bubbles which is the same see how a 100 10 10 adudi I see b tholage b hum then c je c tholage so sida ama phangar di 10 10 hapjalani sida phangar gadi sigi first row gidi just 100 chamana ni sigi makhata ko di sigi hum se manare sigi last ama khatang le hawani kamai la ino har gadi sigi second year sigi amount sidi principal dum laire first year gi interest dum laire second year gi compound interest dum laire so do mayam du gi 10% 10% 10% 10% is this fine this is the interest for this principal 100 this is the 10% or the interest for this 100 first year gi interest ni ko se si sinamuk second year gi compound interest ni to si anila ise sigi the compound interest second year to gi si gi compound interest sigi si lakpa eroje khar chelaga is this fine anyone who didn't get this har kanam kumbidre please respond
sir amount gi summation to budam to hebiram
sisho makai sho
makhai do
sigi part se Sigi part say 2 year gi compound interest ne na hydro for 2 years. Hi de. This part is the compound interest for 2 years. Is this fine or not?
Tai sir do for the
Amount second year gi amount haragadi principal plus compound interest for 2 years natro. See I got amount haragadi principal plus interest ni na interest to 2 year or na compound interest 2 year do gi lai re na sta. See kyan tai ta de.
Tai sir
Right. Principal is kya no 1000. Compound interest di C 100. C 100. C so this is your compound interest. This is your principal. Second year loirakpada phanggadaba amount have ni da. Yanta dribo hojiksa. Tai ta de.
Tai sir tai
Tare, sir.
Ship love say 8 one da amount haga the C you yoxalapa. Interest compound interest haga na sigi round zika yobiba. When third year gi amount haga na si pull up say yorkadeni. Yeah, I got sigi pull up say all this compound interest third for the 3 years haga the C yawada C. Third year do khatangi haga the C for 3 years haga the C. Amount for 3 years haga the principles yawa. So similarly, second year ki compound interest haga the this part. Amount for 2 years haga the C principal yawa ni. The C is the so amount C is na second year ki. So this is the amount for second year. So you have to find 10% of this third year ki compound interest put okay the 10% of this have ni na 1000 ki 10%. 100 10%, so sige 100 sige 10% sige 10 sige 10% 1. So you have to every break up. So we are just breaking up the amount because the total sige 10% have, but we just try to simplify by breaking up the particular parts. Is this fine? Once you get used to this, it becomes very easy. Ren hello question nga sai e give duga hujiki siga yengo dum occur 1 time 2 time. Try to get used to this chart. It will become very effective. Compound interest, simple interest under 20 seconds. 420. Nang two na some practice to na 10 seconds. Is this fine? Can I move to a question?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
no, yes, no, yes, okay. Gas sugar compound interest ki one adum thar. Number says my hajal lagega. I know. Simple question ne 51,200 say rate 12.5% for 3 years in a length over. The total compound interest sahi ahungi matungda hangadaba compound interest to kya no hamina. Books in Matan Bires, the Matame, the Ama, the Amlay, the Lay, the Lay, the Lay, the Ama, Uri Gosisha. Yo, Sigi, no electors here, the bubble is sugar, yeah. Rate of interest 12.5%. This is as I can 1/8 high record. 1 by 8 ne hai gre. So 1 by 8 aina divide toro kya ta ne si sida 632,400 tamale. This is 1 by 8, 800. This is 1 by 8, 100. Sida phang give do sida chamana lakani have ni. Sida gi phang give do si ani lakani have ni. Amatang puthokar di are amam puthokar di. So compound interest for 3 years harga disi pulab se 8 torani. Amount harga na si yoksalakpa. So this is the compound interest for 3 year. If you include this, this is the amount for 3 year. Pinsalo city kya tarani? See 666 12 tare ka 1200. 18192 800 home to 400 100 67921. Yeah. See home 3 na multiply the vira si tare. Wow. See 824 00 100 to my option biro. See 67 tare 21 tare. So this is the compound interest for 3 years. If you want to find the amount, then masagi 512 money equation. 512 sida masagi 21700 the option B 90027. So this is the amount. This is the compound interest. Chahi hum dogi. Gyan tai tade. Masagi give do. See first column sidi. First row is mana niba. If you get this, this will be the same. B. Bigi home say. Sigi 1 by 8 to mo sida 100 tawan ito. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ko. Okay. Now, tanga take aduga compound interest ki dilo siya. No yung asay chahi masing time year hang see is this fine with everyone? I hope this is there's nothing to get complex here ko. Sige once chart sidang khangbi give the lori.
Sa kanam tang je.
Hongbiyo yeah.
Sir sige par annum je kai gumba year da piram de ta ga de kon year da tum onthok ka sa.
Sige sa.
Rate che adum par annum da tum hot ka da.
Per annum the whole agana sige time dong sa is mine layer na. See the 6 months kind of hiraga di aina sige rate 6 months kudingi ne on garni da. Nang on banga magasu kasu kai de na say rate sa. Here's got time da sa. Inverse way ba yo. If this is given as let's say 10% per annum, or if you say per 6 months hari ba. Adoy tari time je 2 year waram bada hojik ke do ne sahi am da ani laitra time je ina 4 in lower go hot pa natraga si chen nang na year do on ge have ani manung da ama to
Acha.
yan tai ta de
Tai sa.
sahi ani da 6 months se mari lai dana. So in 2 years there are 4 6 months 6 months 6 months 6 months 4 adu di nang na time do 4 do on ge habra or nang na si se ke do ra year do on thok ge hai tar ga di si double tar ani na 20% per annum tar ba adu ga si 2 year do hot pe are du di
Thank you sir.
whichever is convenient to you samane ko
Thank you sir.
per quarterly kind of pyramid suppose si the 5% per annum zigimota per quarterly and haramadi. How this is nang na kay dora 20 ta ba du super annum da di dumaina 20 the hot ke have ma per annum da jaga si 2 years da quarterly se hum khator ma ni chumbai ha quarter 3 months ko doi da di si ki times da ina 4 na multiply to ga 8 to hot ke have ra apamba ma nang na 5% je hot ke ga di times 8 1 garni nang na per annum da 21 ke ha ga di sis da dum 2 years se dum la yani. Yeah, go whichever any ratio though because R into T and a lack you the concept.
Thank you sir.
Sishina half or the day should hang a leader. Yeah, I go see sir. We'll discuss my class progress to one the 6 months key, 2 months key, loy hola kenny cam warn. Basic understanding have a clear understanding of what we are discussing here today. We'll even discuss for quarterly. Question not 30. Variance. This is the technique Atopa variant maybe class progress to or or 3 years to issue Masai 2 year to what minor Makada give build up to VI go 1 and lower 1 by 8 64 and my build up to VI, but see because of the one of time we'll discuss in the Masai progressive classes. Masai knowing as I query lock you though. So he say yam kalaga di kamaito with the gay have Sigi China Sumaino wholly go variance compound interest ki high give the heck horror compound interest ki magi ratios amount the chatlen have as I am the principles of simple interest 3 times all have principle the 5 times the whole have this the whole simple interest to the whole. But now compound interest the amount to in a direct level. Now we'll see. Sige guys, P sina 3P 1 bakanda compound interest if it takes 2 years C sina 2 years ki matungda Sigi 3 times ang lakani 9P only have magi ratio sina sumay chat diba after let's say 6 years study 9 sigi amuk 3 times have the 27P on giniba sigi ratio se kyan tabra chahi kya gi matungda my ratio ma chalina siga sigi ratio se 3 oidra 1:3 1:3 over.
Oi, sir.
Sigi ratio is 1:3 na tro. Adu tardi sigi points dagi amuk chahi ani gi matung da 1:3 amuk ta ani ba. So 1 je 3 or amna sida su 3 na multiply tore 9 ta ani. Sigi 9 dagi amuk sigi 2 years ki matung da natra amuk. Adu tardi si 1:3 amuk la kani ba. Si 9 or amna si 3 or ke di 27 amuk ta. So minus chatli ko amuk. You have to remember this. Sigi variant is the hang is na. Shishima gyantai ko. Every 3 years kudingi laiba amount to gi triple times chat they have a question the piram magadish minor have any ko. So 3 times sahi ani gi matungda 3 times to taragadi sigi points sidagi after 2 years ki matungda amuk 2 year more gadi sida laiba amount. So masai high give the in a she the di kaida salary have amount to salary simple interest the interest to the ina magi progression chale she the di amount to iko tishima clear or is this fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this variation sixta moina chahi tara tranga ka hajilaga hang pe have but simple oina 4-year gida sanari. What is given in the question is principal am later. Principal becomes 4,500 2 years. 4,500 becomes 6,750 in again 2 years. I ratio on the total. Here, see the unknown. The question asks this principle. The demand of the question is the principle. Sigi ratio malakani yonga. Sigi ratio se kamina putoke harga. Sigi ratio se ani sigi ratio se 6,750 by 4,500 minus lakanima. The law in Kaltana the 3 by 2 tarkaniba. Kaltana, Sigi Magi half the Sishida Masagi 2250 and 8 or the Sitaiba, then a Sigi ratio is 3 by 2. So number I'm period. So Sina 3, Sina 2. Yara, Adukaya, Chahika, the Ani. Adu Tadish, the Su 2, 3, Chahi Ani Nina Gepta. Yabrea the Rosette.
Yes, sir.
Nasaina 1 is to 3 Hagida. Nasaina 1 is to 3 Haneva. Hosina Sigi, she and Isigi ratios a putoga 3 is to 2 like Evoca. Kanagianta the Gisha. She does the same ratio, say, Sahi Ani need an Asida. So if the year remains the same, the ratio will remain the same. Nasaina 1 is to 3 high give never. Have this the 1 I've gone from the 3 times. That can you have? Zina from the 2 I've gone from the 3. Have the 3 by 2 higera, 2 by 3 higera, whichever, but ratio the she never. Ratio and proportion. That's how nice. Sigana Gyantaita de. Is there anyone who didn't get this?
Yes, sir.
I got. From the 200 I've gone from the 300 or any have never. Other Tarishida. Mana 3 1,000 I see the Ila see some come bagi 3,000 time. See an easy thing 5 type 5 na sida divide to bugana gyata ni 900 into 2 this is langa. Okay. Sige 5 na divide to ni easy thing 900 tare 9 to 1,800 langa. No, not this. 3 by 2. 4,500 minus whole. You got 10 hours, you got 1,500. This she get 3,000 type. So 3,000 type. I'm not 3 na sida divide to be 1,500 like 900. 1,500 sina she is the multiply to be. So 1,500 into 3 nesina, sisina 1,500 into 2, 3,000 I have. Ratio के my concept तो होती है वाने तो क्या? ज्ञान था तो we'll do it again. 4,000 isham sam na harga 6,750 से सीधा मसाइगे 4,500 से समाया थम्बा सिगा 4,500 divided by p सिगा समाना नहीं है निदा सिगी ratio दे आइना 3 by 2 ने खांगे वा 3 by 2 थम्मे दना दे तारी सिगा कन्नर 1,500 ले रे 1,500 सिगा therefore p is equal to 2 into 1,500 which is 3,000 ratio के concept. So what you have to understand is this ratio will remain the same as long as magi time gap to chapma narige. So sigi matungda after 6,750 matungda after 2 year putho higher the same ratio sida hot padomya niba 2:3 sida. So prekhada hangap toy dudi. The only thing is they may change this number, or they may change this ratio on top pi. Mana ratio is the prekada 1:5 olam pi, and this may change to 3. But prekha hang without the nature of the question will remain the same. So mina hang manatana hangingai like except for changing the ratios, except for changing the figures numbers, change the one atana hangingai like ko kemta. pattern the shida lakani anandanga kaino prekhada I have to what I have to understand is this ratio so kaidorni sigi ratio just mind thambira loi ida thambi jmain right ko ida kana kai gyan ta do yaw is there anyone who didn't get this computer
Tare, sir.
ratio do maintain to ro dum chani ha ba yare component rest loishalle now I as promised ngasai can over high gyan mamangi hamba in a time and work tapai orientation do yaw natraga pra ai urisi hambra sam ha
Mane, sir.
okay adudi yo adudi kenom ani mak tapira magya 100 ki mayada leiba square do ba haibra hitabra hana her square root cube root takring aida do hana hango check 99 square say 0 1 60 on 98 so 98 square say 0 4 98 2 96 tie 97 square say 0 9 94 see say haiba yaw hairaba haichuba hana
Hi, sir.
khangdaba handai di hana yaram gira se harake se ka di ai se aseng bedi si khangam mani na square root ka cube root ka a second mari manga gi wari ni square root cube root as ai matha sa da na to lei de sho si an hai ge ka adu de khangdre ma 99 square so this is around 100 nearby 100 oi ka 100 manang na koi nai 100 ka siga gi difference ai 1 da bra first two digits hai sigi difference 100 ka maga the difference between 100 and this 99 sigi square the square you have to put here since it's a single digit you just put 0 here now this difference has to be subtracted from the number itself you get 98 and then you put 98 here so this is the square of 98 square 99 square so 9801 is the square of 99 similarly number amda mo yo gyan ta bro ta da ba hum ko halura
Tai, sir.
adudi 98 square to rakta agadi 100 ka difference hai kya ta raha hai 2 ta bra so square that 2 you get 4 that difference to subtract from 98 what do you get 96 Dora do that 100 neva see difference 2 ta na square this you get here so 90 this 96 is nothing but difference so see difference so sita similarly 97 square 0 9 9 4 89 square 1 2 1 nidana so I take only the first two digit one is carry 11 subtract or sidagi the first 100 ka difference to 11 nidana 78 tawani 79 carry do ma hapchalaga so the answer is 7921 so if you can remember up till 24 square bow khangam targadi whole 125 over every number ginang square puthok pa yai ko yam line second amani gi wari ni once you get used to it it becomes very easy now she gyan tare is this fine
Yes, sir.
Tigi in and around gi ma mu hai ko this is 100 nearby 100 ki ko so see sida nang na if you can remember up till 24 square see so no ma hai ko yam line phawa yam or 30 square ngam ma ga di ko 31 32 it's up to you sibo ngam tar ga di aina kai bo ngam mi ha 76 square loi ngam mani 1 dagi na ne 124 gi square or 125 gi square sai na puthok pa yai ba prekhada siden ke jo hang ai lai te ko square tor ga di this has to be taught actually in the simplification approximation chapter deni but some bit ki some ta ini ko ta ning ba cube root square root ta ke to ni anyway 50 ki around the la po kan 49 squares ina by the way 50 ka difference ma 1 tai ko yeah ko sigi 1 je same the 1 square to lower ni 1 tare sigi 1 je 49 de khai dok pai mo ta instead of that we have to subtract from 25 I get 24 so if you are taking the square of a number in and around 50 you have to subtract see difference you have to subtract from 25 so keywords at 25 here the difference was we took the number itself to subtract to get the last two digits and number itself lower but here 25 lower similarly 44 square difference 50 go 6 so I get 36 C 6 at 25 take I get 19 so 1936 is my answer. Is this fine? Now again 101 gida kamai to me or 104 lorjika 100 ka subtract of the 4 taiga so 4 square 16 later 4 se amok the 8 toxin 108 so this is nothing but 104 plus 4 here lagana 8 toxin similarly if you are going to take 53 square 3 difference later you get 09 here you have to add 3 difference 3 to 20 25 to the half 8 28 so this is nothing but 25 plus 3 is this understood? Can't right. I can't bro.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
I got.
Yes, sir.
Huh? I got. Okay. Matam se adiyo. Square the cube root nahi na lai ko cube root han ta ke square do kon ta ke noi ke no do
Me 30 khak yawe hai.
okay have a question yaw ba ni do
Around 100 square ye adai gidam takram.
I can't hear you properly. Okay have a
97 square gido.
okay hai no
97 square gidam thai biromo.
97 square gi see 09 layers it 94 kai no ai jo masai kyan ta re hai ta ne YouTube da upload to kan da mu gi ngo ko si kyan ta ba sure ja
Ata sir.
yo because minus on number gi cube hanga the perfect cube adum lakani ko do not worry you'll get perfect cube sigi se kamai sana gyo 6 ama sya to 4913 cube root ki lobo ka na smaine yeng ba yo 1 cube se ai kya tai 1 2 cube se 8 tabra 3 cube se 27 tabra 9 3s are 27 4 cube se kya tai 16 6 4 24 4 my last digit to ni ko ine iri se 5 cube se 5 tai ko 6 6 36 last unit digit to khata ni ko 7 cube 9 3s are 3 8 cube 8 8 6 8 4 8 4 32 tai ko 64 into 8 8 4 30 8 4 32 dollar 8 ka siga mana da
Chume, sir.
sumni ko 9 cube 9 3 9 7 2 9 9 adum tama ꯌꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ last digit 3 digit ꯆꯥꯡ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯈ꯭ꯔꯣꯀꯣ ꯌꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ 3 digit ꯆꯥꯡ ꯂꯧꯕꯤꯈ꯭ꯔꯣ last ꯀꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ perfect cube ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤꯕꯀꯣ so 3 ꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ ꯂꯩꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯂꯩꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯂꯩꯇꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ
Ladies.
ꯌꯥꯏꯀꯣ so sꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ 3 ꯑꯃ ꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯑꯟꯁꯔꯁꯤꯗ 3 ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯅꯤ ꯈꯪꯉꯦ ꯌꯥꯏꯀꯣ so 3 ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯅꯤ ꯈꯪꯉꯦ ꯁꯤꯒꯤꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ 1 cube ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯁꯀꯤ ꯂꯦꯝꯍꯧꯔꯤꯕ ꯗꯤꯖꯤꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯤ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯌꯨꯕꯇ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ 1 cube ꯑꯩ 1 ꯂꯩꯔꯦ 2 cube ꯑꯩ 8 ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯥ 2 cube ꯍꯦꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ 2 cube ꯍꯦꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯕ ꯍꯦꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ digit ahum logrena if you want to take the cube root take the masagi first 3 digits from unitary unit side tagi 3 digit to lobiro ba aduga magi last ending number do phangaba oh this is 7 si 3 ni ko adu tadi aigi digit che 7 ama logher ni ko chanabado if sida 1 ram tadi sida 1 logdoi ni ko kyan tai tade is this fine up till now clear oi the kana yaw Sigi 4 se Sigi 4 se huzik 1 cube ka 2 cube ka gi marakta leibra. This 4 is less than 2 cube. So 1 je lobi ba. Si se 17 cube tara madam ne. Prekhada perfect cube adum hanga kani ko. If cube root hanga de aduna minus 17. Short tak launa khanga da usmana. Now let's take the 4 9 she like record 6 8 5 9 similar ba 9 je kai da layo sida layer ba last digit ki 9 unit digit ki 9 je sida layer ba kanam khum de
Layer.
adudi ai gi answer do 9 am layer ni ko 6 is mo masai cham mana na 8 tagi di 2 cube tai di 100 this is less than 2 cube 6 is less than 2 cube adudi 1 or 19 so 19 cube amaga loge Zipo yaribo
Yari sir.
Sigi first 3 digits say or 7 kai da tai sida tabra tabro ai dana sigi unit digit 7 je sida leidana or the 3 la ni ko unit digit sida 12 lai go sida lem hori du da 3 logra matung da oh the 12 city among 2 cube I have the 8 tagi among hendra but 3 cube the 27 ne 27 da idi handai ba so it's less than 27 but more than 2 cube that is 8 so I get 2 this is 23 cube perfect square another pair can go prekhada and this is the way you have to find out cube root within 2-3 seconds but she je khangada unit digit to dan khangada square root ki je no mata age asi di loishalla ji side si kana gyan ta da yari har du go loishalla pung ani makhai chang kana gyan ta da yari gyan da ba si bo
Tare sir.
Ha.
Sorry, sir.
There you go. So this is how you have to find cube root within 2-3 seconds. Right. Thank you for today.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
How?
Sir, the contact number amta lagyaoge.
I can take numbers. Say any query register 97748095534. Naming George ko. There you go.
Oh, thank you sir.
Okay. See you next time.